Here we go.
Polly.
It's Latin for many.
Tick.
Now suck your blood. Now suck
Politics.
your blood.
Yeah, extra help from the hey. Show's falling apart here. We got dogs. Hey, dogs barking. Co-hosts getting hit by the cyber pandemic. Man. Okay, the politic story here is from Reuters. And the headline here is U.S. arrests 210,000 migrants at Mexico border in March, rivaling record highs, which is just hilarious. Well, it's not hilarious, but just in the context of American politics, it is amusing to suggest that the Democrats in the last few years were very much pushing for open borders and, allowing immigrants in and immigrant rights or migrant rights and all this kind of stuff, conflating the idea of legal migration and illegal migration or immigration. And, of course, they're highly critical of Trump and the wall and all that kind of stuff. And now under Biden's watch, Democrat, you have record-breaking month of arrests over the border. So here's what it says. Washington, U.S. border authorities arrested 210,000 migrants attempting to cross the border with Mexico in March, the highest monthly total in 2 decades, and underscoring challenges in the coming months for U.S. President Joe Biden. Got a weird pop-up thing here that's blocking the text. Always interesting. I'm losing all kinds of stuff here. The March total is a 24% increase. I'm guessing it's same month. Let's see. What does it say here? Earlier in the month, 169,000 immigrants were picked up at the border a month before, I'm guessing. So 24% higher in March. The start of a rise in migration that left thousands unaccompanied children stuck in crowded border patrol stations for days while they awaited placement in overwhelmed government-run shelters. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, under Biden, they're rounding up a lot more people coming across the border. Biden, a Democrat who took office in January 2021, pledged to reverse many of the hardline immigration policies of his Republican predecessor, former President Donald Trump, but has struggled both operationally and politically with high numbers of attempted crossings. That is funny, both operationally and politically. He's not doing well on either front. Usually politicians can pull off, at the very least, politically making a case so that people are sort of enthralled by whatever political virtue signaling a politician does, where operationally things aren't really, changed or nothing has changed or nothing's happening. But funny how Reuters says both operationally and politically. Nothing good out of this. Republicans who hope to gain control of the U.S. Congress in November 8 midterm elections say Biden's rollback of Trump-era policies has encouraged more illegal immigration. I agree with that. Biden officials have cautioned that migration could rise further after U.S. health officials said they will end a pandemic-era border order. Hold on, let me read that again. Biden officials have cautioned that migration could rise further as U.S. health officials said they will end a pandemic-era border order by May 23rd. The order known as Title 42. Did we just talk about Title 42? That must be part of the mask. Okay, so that's the thing that has all the COVID stuff. Okay, got it. I don't know what that has to do with the migration thing, but okay. While more than half of the migrants encountered at the U.S.-Mexico border in recent months have been from the traditional sending countries of Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador, migrants have increasingly been arriving from more far-flung places, including Ukraine and Russia. U.S. officials are preparing for as many as 18,000 migrant encounters per day in the coming weeks, but are also readying for smaller increases. The 210,000 migrants arrested in March, a figure made public in a court filing on Friday night, is the highest monthly total on record since February 2000, according to U.S. Customs and Border Protection statistics dating back to 2000. Another 11,000 migrants attempted to enter at a legal crossing along the southwest border in March without a valid visa or permission. Yeah, that's what illegal immigration is, but okay. Roughly half of the migrants encountered in March were expelled under the Title 42 order, the court filing said. Okay, so that puts That's a lot of political mishmash. It puts the Democrats in a difficult situation. And again, when we talk about Democrats and Republicans and all that kind of stuff on this show, we're not saying it as one party or another or supporting one party or another. We're more so talking in the context of the right-left paradigm. We understand here that it's sort of a constructed paradigm. But, once you enter the ring and you can sort of describe what's happening in the tensions between the right and left through policy and through action and all that kind of stuff. And this is one of those instances, one of those examples where you have this political issue. This is one of those points of contention that can sway the election in coming up in November, seeing that the Democrats are seeing Biden, sort of not doing what he was promising to do, I guess. And of course, it's the kind of thing that really riles up Republicans to come vote. So all of this seems to be moving in the direction of the conservative right Republican Party, which of course is, ideologically, me personally, and I suppose Basil to some extent, I guess we have quote unquote more common sort of presuppositions with that side of the aisle in terms of some of the worldview. Nevertheless, it's a paradigm. So